Look at that. I turned my airplane mode off while I'm downtown, and all these networks, Xfinity pops right up because it's saved as one of my networks, and I have it set to automatically connect to it, right? Okay, is it joining it? No. And then right before I started the screen recording, it disappeared off of there. So since it disappeared with full signal, I decided to start recording. What do you know? I start recording and it pops back up. Amazing. Like I said, I'm on airplane mode. Here's all the networks downtown in front of Warfields. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and join Xfinity because I'm a customer. Wow, we're getting a severe thunderstorm right now. It's crazy. I can feel the car shaking from the wind. Sign in. I was already signed in. Oh, to join this hotspot. Okay. Email. There goes Dan Dungalai. Newt. They call him Newt. That'd be the magistrate, Mike Zungalai's brother. Oh, password. I can't remember what my password was. Try that. Guess I forgot my password. We'll have to text me here, I guess, and I'll have to turn airplane mode off. I don't want Bluetooth on. Passwords don't match, huh? I'm not showing it. Fucking idiots. They keep messing with this first one. There we go. I used it in the past. Oh, this time when the password was, it just said that it was wrong. Why did it lag on the first one so much, but it didn't lag on the second one at all? But every time I tried to type that first password in, it was lagging every time. Continue. Done. Now, should it not connect to that hotspot every time? Or is that why? But these are all the networks sitting outside of Warfields where my daughter works. There's FIFA 800, so that's obviously that one. That's putting off the hotspot. And these other ones are not that one, obviously. Comprint is across the street, which is probably the Blair 29153 is probably the Comprint. LNA, LNA 5, TMAC 420. And you got CBCI 346B 5 and 2.4. That's probably FIFIs. I'd imagine it's FIFIs. It's all full signal. And then you got 06B40269890. Full bars. Let's see, you got the two, then you need two guest accounts, right? FIFIs. Yeah, that would make sense. FIFA 800 and that other one with all the numbers. And the LNA, LNA 5. What's LNA? LNA 5 disappeared and LNA shows back up. See, these come and go like that, almost like there's a device that's on a rotation that is rotating as like a staging access point, as in there's a device that automatically spoofs whatever networks are in the vicinity of it, so that it can then do a data grab and grab all the data for any device that connects to that said network. And I noticed this a couple years ago at the beginning of my targeting when I was trying to get to the bottom of the network issues. I started learning the networking and Wi-Fi because somebody was deleting my videos on my security camera. Hey, there's some out-of-state plates from Ohio. Somebody was deleting my videos on my security camera. And I started paying attention. And when I paid attention, and I would just watch physically with my eyes, and at the same time then look and see these little gaps in my video, because I paid for 100% recording 24/7 cloud recording, and these gaps in my recording would be certain vehicles, just certain vehicles, okay? And if you come to that realization right off the bat, I mean, the rest is history. It was easy to see. Then I looked at whose vehicles they were, and they were directly related to certain families in town, and who also have known family members and connections with law enforcement, and would be people in the know, people that would work in local government at the county level and law enforcement. Like I said, at the county level. Now at the state level, I think my targeting is more localized because of just certain local people that are doing something. Because state police have done nothing but treat me with the utmost integrity. Pennsylvania state troopers I have the utmost respect for, and they have done nothing for me to even hint that they are involved. Look, more out-of-state plates on the front, but not on the back. That's funny. On the back has Pennsylvania plates, but on the front had out-of-state plates. I'm seeing that a lot around here. Maybe that has to do with the people that work in the government. And in Washington, D.C., in Virginia, I had a guy tell me straight up that retired military, government workers from D.C. and Virginia were moving up here because of the cost of living. And there's a lot of people that work in the government down there. So a small town like this, it would be very apparent if a bunch of people moved here because of the cost of living. With inflation the way it is, gas prices, cost of living makes a big difference. Even if you work for the government, you're not rich. It's just a job. But you would be privy to certain information. So this information, what do they know that they're making sure that they keep a secret from certain categories of people. Okay, people who have a history, who have a past, where they were, had in trouble with the law in the past. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has a past. If you don't have a past on the record as far as legal issues go, that just means you never got caught. Them fucking headlights are bright, man. I hate them fucking bright headlights. So, we're getting a severe thunderstorm right now. There's a lot of traffic driving by. Holy crap. I don't know where all this traffic comes from. It's Saturday afternoon, I guess. So, I'm not going to speculate. This little small town here that we got, we would have a lot of traffic on a Saturday. Hey, there's a Tesla. You don't see that too often in Patton, Pennsylvania. The cost of living is so low here because people are poor. Because there's not a lot of money here. But it's beautiful. Beautiful place to live, great place to raise your kids. Very, very low crime. So our police officers around here have to manufacture crimes in order to keep their jobs, I just happen to be one of the poor, unfortunate people that they try to instill their authority on. They try to, they need people to commit these crimes. But every once in a while, they come across somebody who just doesn't fit in, somebody who, hey, look, I see all these plates. That one is retired military plates. Or no, that was Fraternal Order of Police plates. Yes, it was. It had FP and the star on it. They were Pennsylvania Fraternal Order of Police license plates. You don't see them very often. I do, but I never did before. And let's see, I'm just paying attention. I'm noticing different things with my shifty eyes. You know? Someone's just sitting in there bullshitting at the counter for a while. I don't know who it is. I can only speculate. Ziegler Tire. I see that truck everywhere. I don't know why. Hey, there's another personalized plates. You see a lot of these personalized plates, man. Makes me want to go in so I can see who the hell is sitting there bullshitting at the counter. Hey, there's some more Wi-Fi's. I wasn't even paying attention. E95499 extension US, GAC 6713 extension. How do all these networks keep popping up when I'm sitting in one place? I've been sitting in one place the whole time. They would almost have to be like mobile Wi-Fi networks that are moving, like in a vehicle, right? Oh, Rick's Comcast. Rick's Comcast, huh? And like I said, I haven't moved the entire video. I've sat in one place this entire video. I have not moved. So how does that happen? I'm not moving, but the networks, you know, are coming and going. Yeah, look, there's FBI surveillance pops up. There's this car just pulled in across the street. Hey, it's Shay. Really, Shay? Shay's car is FBI surveillance, I guess. Shay's black Ford Taurus is FBI surveillance, huh? Hotspot EE6A. See, these are these cars that are sitting at the red light, just pulled up to the red light. Because right whenever Shay pulled up in that black car there, this FBI surveillance popped up. Now I'm going to sit here for a while. We'll see who wins out. I'm going to keep recording, and I'm going to sit here. And I'm not moving until Shay leaves. Oh, there's some lightning. Okay, now the light turned green. The cars are pulling out. I bet you these, some of these start disappearing now. Oh, there goes the EEG. Yep, there goes that one. Okay. But the hotspot EE6A. I think that was the... Oh, now it's McGee 800, huh? That's a new one. I've been on McGee Avenue the whole fuck... Oh, another car just pulled in. A burgundy Toyota. Looks like a Camry. And it's across the street. McGee 800. So, it's consistent with the signal being across the street here. McGee 800. So, technically speaking, I should be able to walk around and have that McGee 800 network increase. Right? I mean, unless it's in a car, right? I mean, it's time I gotta do this shit. I gotta do these little experiments, as Nerve Gorilla puts it, which I've been doing this stuff. That's how I've come to the realization that this shit goes on. But, I gotta do these little experiments and make videos of it and make it document it for other people, I guess. You gotta document it to show that other people that this goes on, people that refuse to believe it does. And I'm sure you'll come up with an explanation. You can explain away everything. Why am I seeing all these license plates that have like the finish like scratched off? Like they were Pennsylvania plates, but it's almost like they were, I don't know if they're manufactured bad, and like the paint and everything rubs right off of them, and then you can't see anything on them. I'm seeing a bunch of them. License plates that are like, they're like wearing off. All my life in 37 years, I've never seen license plates from Pennsylvania that did that till now. And these ones I'm seeing like that, it almost looks like they were from a junkyard, got crushed, and then flattened back out. And that's as a result, that's what they look like on the car. You know, they look like they were crushed and then flattened back out. Oh, Weezer. Boy, she's looking. Okay, who's the next person I get to, that I'm gonna expose by name? Because I guess I have to. Now, certain people like Shay, I do not believe that she's doing this for money or because she has anything against me. Shay is doing it, I believe, because they're stepping on her throat. To use like a metaphorical term, like a George Floyd metaphorical term here, they're stepping on her throat. They're kneeing her in the throat, and they're using blackmail and fear to get people to do this shit. And then once they start doing it, holy shit. Okay, red light. We got hotspot, D72A, and there's a nice blue Ford F-150 XL 4x4 with a trailer and some plates on a red Honda four-wheeler. PA DCNR plates on the back, yep. And the next one, a nice black Ford Edge with a yellow ATV in the back of the trailer. Okay, the light turned green, they pulled off. Hotspot D72A and 2FAC. Now the light turned green, so these cars pulled out. There's the Tesla again. That's the same Tesla again. Hey, it's got different plates from another state on it. And he was talking to his hand for some reason. I see these people talking to their hand all the time. I don't know why. Hey, there's Carl Kovach. He wouldn't be another one of my gang stalkers, though, right? There's no way. Carl Kovach would be another one of my gang stalkers. Hey, Carl. He didn't look too happy. He didn't look too happy at all. Several times I've encountered him on the street downtown here, and he was nice as pie to me, smiling away. The same guy that lied through his teeth to get me thrown out of the Legion, banned from the Legion for life. And I can't say I don't blame him. I mean, I was speaking the truth, and the truth happened to be the truth about his daughter embezzling money from the Legion. I just happened to find this out by coincidence, because they tried to rip me off. They tried to burn me for a couple $100. So she had to write a letter that said, on behalf of the trustees. Now, here's the funny thing. I went to the meeting despite the letter saying that if I was on the property that the police would be called. I went to the meeting anyway. It took 4 months of them changing the meeting times and everything else before they had enough trustees there to vote. And Karl Kovacs, the president of the Legion, he silenced me whenever I went to speak my truth and said anything about that letter. He spoke up, yelled over me, talked over me, and then Don Yeckley said, "Okay, enough." Like they created it, like a scene, like, you know, so that Don spoke up. It was all planned. So Don spoke up and said, "Okay, that's enough. We're just gonna vote." So I start telling them the truth and what's up. And before anybody hears any truth, they just decide they're just going to vote. They're just going to go ahead and vote. We don't need to hear the truth. We're just going to vote. And the vote was 5-4. So I'm guessing that, well, there was enough people, trustees, that just believed what they were told and went along with it, like Regis. He votes however Don Yeckley votes. And let's see, Regis, Don Yeckley. I'm not sure who all the other trustees are. I know Ashley Zungalai, she was curious as to the truth, what the truth was. And I was very adamant. I wanted the truth to get out there. I wanted the truth to come out because I was wrongfully accused. They just made up lies, complete lies about me, and then kicked me out in order for what? To cover up the fact that they were embezzling money from the Legion. I'm pretty sure I heard later on that it got found out, and they got rid of Shannon, which would be Karl's daughter. I'm pretty sure they got rid of Shannon because of it. Hey, Shay, she went to Warfields, came out, ran down the street, came back up, and back in the store and carried some more stuff out. This other guy who, in the red Toyota, who went in, showed up right when that one network showed up, he went in the store, came back out with his daughter, got back in his car, and now he got back out of his car and ran back in the store again. Of course, because they forgot something. They have to get something else. They forgot something. My Chevy 0565. My shifty eyes aren't looking at my phone, so I'm not really catching all these networks that are popping up and back. And it's funny, my service on my phone, you can see that I have one bar in downtown Patton. Okay, one bar in downtown Patton. Now, how do I go from having good service? Here, let's do this. Airplane mode. And I will turn airplane mode off. Now watch. Wait. Hey, look, there it is. Okay, airplane mode off. Look at my service. Full bars, okay? Now I have full bars. How does it go from full bars down to one bar? How's that happen? I had to use airplane mode to do that. Okay, now Shay in the black Ford Taurus. The guy in the red Toyota Camry is what it is. License plate GGL8289. That guy. And another girl, I'm not going to mention her name. They're all pulling out at the same time here. Okay. And they're gone. Now they just pulled out. If I have to, I'll expose the other girl. I don't want to. She's young. But she absolutely gang stalks me. I feel like it's because they got in trouble and they, like I said, they're blackmailing these people. Just like the car just pulled in front of me. What do you know? It's a purple Scion with a dog bone sticker on it. Like a little purple sports car. It fucking follows me everywhere. Let's see. We got FIFA 800. Okay, we're back to just these networks, right? Oh, there's McGee 800 pop back up. And so did a red Ford F-150 license plate ZMA5147. Oh, it's Chuck. Hey, Chuck. Chuck Nagel. He's a veteran. He's crazier than a bed bug. Crazier than a bed bug. Crazier than a bed bug. Everybody's crazier than a bed bug to Chuck Nagel. Crazier than a bed bug. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Crazier than a bed bug. Help me out here. Help me out. Help me out here. Crazier than a bed bug. That's my impression of Chuck Nagel. But he is a simpleton who believes what he's told. So if he has a certain view or judgment of me, it's because he just believes what he was told. And I feel sorry for him. That's where I think a lot of these people, that's what it is. They believe what they're told. And that's how they participate. It's Joey Nikovich, a girl I graduated with. Anyway, a lot of these people that participate in the gang stalking, I think that it's a combination of things. It's people that just feel like they're part of the greater good because a cop or somebody in law enforcement told them something, and they just believe it. And so they're doing the gang stalking for the greater good. Okay? And then there's the people that got in trouble. And then the law enforcement steps on their throat. And they scare them. And you can even see it. The people that I've known my whole life that got in trouble, one by one, they all went to jail. And as I would confront them about something, what the fuck are you staring at, buddy? As I would confront them about something, you could see the fear in their eyes. Like, I think it was the fear that they were compromised and they were no longer going to be able to get themselves out of trouble through the means of gang stalking me. So that's where I could see the fear. They were bummed out. They were scared. Hell, I had my buddy of mine I knew my whole life, Frank Yanatelli, show up, and it was a staged event. He needed a place to rest his head. And I told him, well, it's my kid's apartment, so I can't give you, I can't tell you can stay there, but you can hang out until you find a place, And it was clearly obvious. I knew that he was, being forced into it. He was in trouble for trying to spend a counterfeit $100 bill at the store down here, Warfields, which I saw his paperwork on. I saw the charges, the hearing that he missed. But anyway, they had him come to my house for one reason or another. Claimed he didn't have a phone on him at all. And after about 12 hours of hanging out, I showed him my security camera setup and the footage like that I had. And just like everybody else, the fear that he saw, the fear in his eyes. And then, I shit you not, he got up and walked out of my apartment. I thought he went to the kitchen. He walked out of the apartment, and then after a while, I was wondering where the hell he went. And he never came back. Never came back. He left all his stuff there. He left his fucking... Hey, look at D's car. So these are obviously cars. But he left his court paperwork there. He left his work jacket there. And I haven't talked to him since. I saw him one time a few days later. He was driving past in a new to him, a new truck, because he had just wrecked his other truck while he was intoxicated, but nothing happened out of that. But anyway, he left it in the lady's yard for days and days and days. But anyway, I seen him in a new truck driving past me, and he made it a point to point at me and like thrust his finger at me with a fucking mean ass look, like pointing at me like I did something to him. So here I am. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. I did nothing to him. But just the fact that he got fired from his gang stalking gig and had to answer, take accountability for his own actions. If he even did, I don't know. Gets people pissed off at me. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you trying to save yourself as a fucking narc and get yourself out of trouble by helping the police to somehow wrap me up in a manufactured crime. I'm sorry that didn't work out for you. I'm really sorry. And I'm sorry you're such a piece of shit narc. So, yeah, that's what I had to say about them people. So, I mean, we'll see how this all turns out, right? They won't get me in trouble legally. You have to break the law for that to happen. And even when you don't break the law, they can manipulate the law to make it look like you broke the law. So now my eyes are opened. Hey, Best Buy Network, that's a new one. Nerd Gorilla commented, hey, there was no need to mention me at all in this video. So what is your deal? What are you... Sure there is. I have to mention you as I expose the truth, so that other victims of your content don't fall victim to your lies. That this stuff doesn't happen, doesn't go on, because it absolutely fucking does. Okay? And I'm going to be careful. I'm not going to expose anybody unless I'm sure that they're gang stalking me, okay? And I might not have proof, but I have evidence of my truth, evidence of things that are going on that I, from my perspective, see as gang stalking. As my gang stalking. Wow, that car about fucking hit me. Look at that license plate. See the license plate in front of me right now, JPK 2223. That license plate, JPK 2223. Looks like it was in a fire or it was crushed and flattened back out. Absolutely looks like that. And it's a McGarry. What do you know? The whole family's in the fire department. And the one McGarry, Josh McGarry, works in Houtsdale State Prison, where my pedophile brothers did his time. Fucking piece of shit. Why don't they do something about these pedophiles and having social media accounts? I thought they weren't allowed to have social media accounts. How does the patent library come up now? I've been sitting here. I have not moved. You connect ADPT? Like, how does that happen? In GAC 6713, it just turns on and off, like, whenever it feels like it. I don't know. I get it that your phone, it's constantly sending out a broadcast, and so is that router. So sometimes the broadcast isn't heard by the other device, right? So then when it does its little refresh thing in the Wi-Fi, it doesn't show up under the Wi-Fi networks. I get it. I understand how that works, Nerd Gorilla. Hey, there's a Jeep Compass. The second time they drove past me with a Kuntz license plate on the front. I just got to keep saying these vehicles out loud, and then they won't drive past me or stalk me anymore while I'm making a video, because that'll be evidence. And that evidence, then, they won't leave evidence. So as I've been doing this video, it's amazing how all the traffic, like the crazy amount of traffic that was driving around, now, even the rain has stopped too. And there's nothing, no traffic at all. There's not a single car driving on the road between red lights in Patton right now. Not a single car. Oh, here comes one. Yep, here comes one. Patton's such a small town that if you know Patton, there's a good chance that if there's traffic driving around me, a bunch of traffic driving around me, there's a good chance that they're gang stalking me, because the amount of people in this town and the shit there isn't to do, that leaves very few possibilities. So, you know, hey, I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying that there's a high probability that they are. Jeep, look at that fucking Jeep. Hey, you're not supposed to have them bright-ass fucking fog lights on, retard. They're I think they're illegal. They're a distraction. That Jeep that just drove past me had them super bright extra LEDs on, not just the headlights, not the standard lights, extra ones they put on their vehicle. But anyway, what do? You live, you learn, and then you implement these things that you learn. It's an empty trailer. You implement these things that you learn in order to give yourself a better quality of life, in order to defend your pursuit of happiness. I will defend my own pursuit of happiness, as I will defend everyone else's pursuit of happiness, unless your happiness is gang stalking me. Sorry, then we have a conflict of interest. I took an oath to protect and serve these United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I will uphold that oath until the day I die. I meant it when I said it. Unlike a lot of people that you see nowadays in law enforcement. I'm not naming any names, but part of doing that and part of upholding that oath when you're a law enforcement officer is to have integrity, the utmost integrity. So whenever you see that law enforcement officers who lie, okay, when they lie, what the fuck, you know what I mean? You're doing your job and you're supposed to have the people's safety and best interests at hand in mind when you're upholding the law. And you should never lie about anything, especially in order to charge one of these people that you're sworn to protect. When you're charging them with a crime and you have to lie to charge them with a crime, sorry, you're wrong. You're not doing your job right. You're missing the whole point. You should not be a cop. You should be stripped of your badge and gun and uniform in public, and you should be shamed in public. RCM CAM, license plates. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying they're gang stalking me. I'm just saying, if you don't want people like seeing your license plate, then why would you get a personalized license plate? Don't make any sense to me. You want people to see it. You want people to know that you have a certain kind of status, that you got some money or whatever, that you're put yourself in a certain class of people above others, and you need a way to show it. So that Ford Taurus, the second or third time it drove by me, it's like a baby blue colored, and it's got the front bumper's cracked, and it's stitched up, like you can see the yellow wire they use to stitch it up. So I doubt I'll see them again, because that's the second or third time they drove past me. There's another license plate that's all fucked up. What's this say? JJ4486. It's a red Jeep 4x4 with a woman driving it. Blacked out rims. The Jeep and the 4x4 logo are the color of the car though. Jeep, like they're red. Like the color of the body of the car. That's weird. See, that's not a normal fucking license plate. JJ4486, I think is what it says. Yeah, it's hard to tell because they're all fucked up, man. They're like smashed. Just like the one in front of me, the JPK2223, the Mitsubishi Outlander that the McGarry drives, who's a fireman, and he's still in Warfields. There's Beaner. And Danielle. Here's Jill Ott driving a really nice fucking Range Rover. She's with a fireman too. It's amazing the way you can connect all this stuff. Like, how can everybody I see that I suspect of gang stalking me, then later on, I'm able to very, very quickly connect them to law enforcement or the fire department or a corrections officer or somebody who got in trouble. I mean, that's a very small group of people. If you grouped all those people together, that's all my gang stalking, and that's not a good representation of the general public in their everyday activities as you would see them as a normal person observing. See, my observations are manipulated because they are I mean, I know what it is. Hey, here comes that fucking nice, that's a nice Jeep, man. I like that. That's a real nice, that's one of them new Jeep Scramblers or whatever the fuck it is. Real nice. Like, real nice. Customized. How does that, I don't know. I'm not moving. My phone has not moved either. But yet the Wi-Fi signal for Xfinity, which is what I'm supposed to be on here, it fluctuates. Is it supposed to fluctuate, Nerve Gorilla? If you have a router that's in a stationary position and it's putting out a network on the 2.4 gigahertz frequency band, and then you have another device that is catching reading the signals, the wireless signals. Think of my phone as a measurement device here. Should that wireless signal be fluctuating if it's on and in a stationary position? What can affect a wireless signal? I guess people. That's one of the only things that can affect it if everything else is stationary, right? People moving in between me and that wireless device can affect the signal strength of the wireless signal, right? I mean, it's not like the walls are moving around, and it's not like, everything else is stationary. So if everything is stationary, the only thing moving around are people, then I guess that would have to mean that people are affecting the wireless signal, right? Hey, there's my old neighbor's father-in-law. He got a new car, a brand new white Subaru. Wow, that's nice. Huh. Kayla's Trailblazer. Okay, this Trailblazer is sitting behind me. It's been there the entire time I was here. The entire time I was here, this Trailblazer behind me has been sitting there. Okay, scratch that. That's not Wendy Harbor's father-in-law. Just looks like him. But anyway, Kayla's Trailblazer just popped up for the first time that I saw. But the Trailblazer has been sitting behind me, directly behind me, the entire time of this video. Where'd it go? It disappeared. Now, how did that happen? Nobody got in or out of the vehicle. How did that happen? How did Kayla's Trailblazer, and what the fuck is that? Direct LWM288X series? What the fuck is that? Boy, is it just me? It seems like there's more and more networks keep popping up here. Does everybody have a wireless network on their vehicle? Seems like everybody? I don't. D-Link 7D00E just disappeared again. But, I mean, clearly a lot of these are vehicles. I mean, some of them even say they're vehicles. Hey, there's really Mel's husband walking down the street with a cell phone in his hand. Don't put it in your pocket or anything, buddy. Why has it got to be in your hand? You're not using it. That's fucking weird. I guess. He just did a hand signal. What the fuck was that? That was weird. I don't know. That was weird. It was like he made an L out of his hand and held it up behind his back. Yeah, I know I'm a loser. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you go fuck yourself? Hotspot HGP2. I know this video doesn't prove anything, but it's gonna be effective in my own personal battle with these fucking fucktards and combating this stupid shit. You just gotta find their tactics, figure out their tactics, what they're doing, and then figure out a solution so that they have to stop doing that. So this is going to slow down or stop the use of the vehicles with the wireless networks. That they all have these fucking networks, and if you got a network, you have the ability to have a mobile hacking station. Plain and simple. And that's anywhere you go now. I mean, when they have these conferences, the consumer, they have like hacking conferences. When they have these hacking conferences, that's my daughter. They have these hacking conferences. They do these little exercises where all these hackers try to find a certain device throughout all of these hackers in one little located area. Hey, they have a... That's funny. Oh, they're an EMT. Yeah, their license plate is EM05312. Personalized EMT license plate. Delilah carrying some propane. Propane and propane accessories for Mr. McGarry. Bobix Home Center. You must work for Bobix Home Center. I don't know if that's... No, I don't know if that's McGarry. I don't know. He pulls his pants up like he's McGarry. JPK2223. Got a bunch of seed in the back of this vehicle. He just pulled out finally. Boy, he was sitting there for quite a while. Quite a while. And all he got was a can of propane. I don't know why. Nobody fucking comes here for propane. It's expensive, I thought. I go to the place to get them filled up myself, but spend like half the money if you fill up your tanks yourself instead of... So my GMC. I'm looking for a GMC. I don't see a GMC. Let's see. There's a Chevy Cruze. There's a Subaru. They all got personalized plates. One was a handicap plate, and the other one was one of them Save the Wildlife plates. There's a GMC. That fucker was all the way down the street. GMC Sierra. There's Sahara. GMC Sahara. That's the only GMC I can see in sight. And that fucker was all the way down by the fire hall. Well, it was in front of the Thirsty Dog. And I'm up here in front of Warfields. So, it's a Dodge. Yeah, no GMCs in sight. I'm looking, I don't see any. Well, yeah, you better lock your doors, everybody. It's Patton. You got some criminals in Patton. Somebody's gonna break into your fucking car on Main Street in broad daylight when you're parked in front of the post office. I don't know, I guess there are stupid people around here. You can't fix stupid. Holy shit. Fucking peeling out, man. Is he pissed off or something? Fogelmart. Fogelmart. What the fuck? Somebody's just fucking with me now. They're sitting here. Fogelmart extension. What the fuck? I'd imagine that's associated with GAC 6713. Right? The signal strength. Oh, there's another one. These people aren't as smart as they think they are. RAV4, Toyota RAV4. I once went to the hardware store about 20 minutes, half hour before they closed on like a Wednesday. And I stood outside bullshitting with a buddy of mine, and I couldn't even tell you how many people came and left the hardware store real quick and got one thing or just inquired about something. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. That's Lynette. She absolutely is involved in this gang stalking shit. Lynette Luther. Oh, Lynette Luther worked at my job right before they fucking fired me. Lied, claimed that they were that I was falling asleep at my desk, which didn't happen. I was going to jail every day after work. Oh, believe me, they called my work, and my work piss tested, or the jail. The work called the jail and told them this. So they piss tested me. And guess what? I was telling the truth. I had nothing in my system other than a prescription medication that I had, which I had been on for years at that point. I worked at this place and was the top performer the entire time I was there, from first day to the last day. Like, absolutely, like, legitimately, literally the top performer there. The first day to my last day. Even that day, I performed at the top. And I only worked half the day and got called in the office twice. But Lynette Luther worked there at that time. And a couple days prior to this, me and the boss sat there looking at each other, shaking our heads, because Lynette Luther's sitting there passing out, all fucked up on pills, passing out at work, nodding off. And then isn't it something that a couple of days later, I get called in the office and somebody accused me of falling asleep at my desk, and my boss knew damn well that it wasn't true. But they somehow, I don't know what they had to do to fucking convince her. There's my neighbor. ZND 7536. That's my neighbor. So I don't know how they convinced her to go along with this. Shortly after that, she quit, moved on from that place. She was the manager of this location. I don't know why. She was really into it, but hey, there's Mrs. McGarry walking into her apartment right when I drive by. Anyway, this job I worked at, they accused me of falling asleep at my desk. Didn't happen. They wanted me to sign a write-up saying, like, agreeing to this. They were going to suspend me for 4 weeks. The entire time I was there were people doing no-call, no-shows over and over again, repeatedly, to the point where they had no choice but to give them some form of punishment. And even then, those people who didn't even perform at all, like, very well, they were just, part of the workforce. Even then, there's Jason Weimer. What's up, buddy? Even then, that person only got 2 weeks suspension. Got suspended for 2 weeks for all these no-call, no-shows and everything else. Now here I am, never got written up in the nearly 2 years I worked there. Was the top performer, was a senior rep, fucking this star employee, if you ask me. And for some reason, they made up these claims that I was falling asleep at my desk. I was on work release, going to jail and going to work because Travis Schilling pulled me over on my way to work and got me for driving under suspension on my way to work, which he said he wouldn't do. Man to man, he said he wouldn't do that. But he did. And I had to go to jail. So anyway, I'm going to jail, and I did a month already. And you could tell that this was a plan. They built up to this plan because the district manager, who I never talked to maybe twice in my entire life, the whole time I worked there for 2 years, she showed up on a Monday, and then she showed back up again on Thursday when I was supposed to get my schedule to take to jail for the next few weeks of work, my work schedule. But my boss kept putting it off, and wouldn't give me my schedule, She said, oh, we'll just wait until the day of that it has to be turned in. And it made no sense to me because prior to that, she gave me fucking 4 weeks ahead of time the schedule for 4 weeks to turn in. But then I needed to submit the next month's schedule, and she wouldn't do it. She kept saying, oh, wait till the day up, the last minute. And then what do you know, the district manager shows up again the same week, 2 or 3 days later. So the district manager was there that day. Now I just pulled into my house. I just left Warfields and pulled into my house. So this direct A9 HP Office Jet 9010, whatever the fuck, whoever's printer that is, I've never seen that before. Never seen that before. And there's a strange car parked over here beside my daughter's car that would be just in range of my Wi-Fi when I start messing with my Wi-Fi today to get to the bottom of some shit. And anyway, back to the work thing. I refused to sign that write-up. I said, I'm not signing that. It's a fucking lie. I said, I'm not admitting guilt to a lie. I signed that. That's saying that I did that, and that's not true. So they said, well, that's it then. You're fired. I said, okay. Have a good one. It was nice knowing you. And I went back to the prison that day. The girl who I worked with, Carrie Stiles, she's the one that bought alcohol for my daughter and her 14-year-old friends that they would not prosecute. What do you know? I mean, you can't make this shit up. After so many of these things happen to you, I mean, there is no other explanation other than an organized effort to destroy my life. You know, I don't have a psychological disorder, okay? It's not a paranoid delusion. Now, I get it. The program's designed to make you think that everything's gang stalking so that you tell everybody about it and you sound crazy. It's an ingenious program. I get it. Makes perfect sense. And I can see how many people would fall victim to it. Not this guy. Sorry, ain't happening. All I'm going to do is just keep speaking the truth that this happens and it goes on. Because I know it does. Hey, look, there's my network. At the top. Okay. I'm closer to the neighbor's house than my own house. But somehow, all them networks pop up and then disappear, and the office jet disappears too. Isn't that crazy? Oh, now they're all gone. They're all gone. What do you know? They're all gone. Oh, nope. They're back. My network popped back up again. That's nuts, huh? Now that Verizon MePe, that's a mobile hotspot right there. All them networks had the same signal strength. I guess I gotta say hi to my neighbors here and wave to them because they're all right there standing, like, for some reason. Never see them any other time. How you doing, Fair?
Good, how you doing?
Oh, I thought you were Fair. Sorry.
I'm his brother.
You guys, you look a lot alike. Are you a fireman too?
No.
No? Okay. Well, Weezer, don't you even think about it. Come here. Weezer, come here. Weezer, kick him. Kick him if he does anything. Sorry, come here, Weezer. He's just doing his job. I'm sorry.
All right.
Come here. Bad dog. No bite. You're not a mailman, are you?
No.
Okay, because sorry about that. Bad dog. I told you. Quit trying to bite people. Can't blame a dog. He's doing, doing his job. Have a good one. Tell Fair I said hi. Fair. Fair is the guy's name. He's a fireman. That'd be his brother. Looks just like him. Just happened to walk out and get in that car I was just describing that's here. It's just within range of my wireless network. Hey, look at that. I walk in my house and my cell phone service goes to 0. Like nothing. Let's turn airplane mode on. Or Wi-Fi off. Yeah. Let's turn airplane mode on. And let's turn airplane mode off. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hooky pooky and you turn your service off so the gang stalkers can't do shit. See, I got full service. How does it go from full service down to 1 bar when I don't move? Please tell me that. Look at it. Look at it go down. I'm not moving. How does that happen? I'd like an explanation to this one at Nerve Gorilla. And we don't have to do voice chat, buddy. You can just put your solutions out there for everybody. Make a video about it. If you're not trying to spread disinformation, then I would greatly appreciate the solution to this problem. How that happens and why it happens. And if you give me the solution and it's legit, like, hey, I will admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. I put a video the other day on my YouTube that showed a red Jeep that was a mail delivery person, and I posted it, and right away I seen like 5 likes right away, but I right away found out that I could have been wrong. So I guess I need to say that. That video I put out, you won't see it on my page anymore. I deleted it as soon as I found out this information that I could have been wrong about that Jeep. He may have been delivering mail. That might have been his route. I don't know. I could have been wrong about that. So here I am. I'm saying it, and I deleted the video. Okay. I'm not about spreading disinformation and blaming innocent people for things. Okay. Believe me. I know what it feels like. Trust me. I know what it feels like. But here we go again. Why did my service go down to 1 bar when it just had full bars? I would like to know that. Airplane mode off or on. Airplane mode. And why does my picture keep disappearing off of my Apple ID? Okay. It should stay there. I have to turn Wi-Fi on and connect to a network in order for my picture to show up here on my Apple ID, on my device. Why is that? Okay? Why is that? Why doesn't it just stay there? It's my device. It's my picture. It's on my phone. It's a picture of me and my kids. Why does it disappear? I don't have any other Apple IDs signed into my phone that I know of. I turned this off. Okay, airplane mode on and off. On, off, on, off. Okay. I was just waiting for Bluetooth to turn back on by itself, because I've had that happen where I turn Bluetooth off and cellular off and Wi-Fi off. I turn airplane mode on. Then I turn airplane mode off and they all three turn back on. So what if I turn this on? But I turn this off. Okay, now I turn airplane mode on. And airplane mode off. Because I understand that I can be connected to a Wi-Fi and airplane mode at the same time because I chose to do that. Okay, so if this is on and I do this, then I turn it off, it turns back on. I see, okay. See, it just turned back on because I had this on. Let me turn that back off. What the fuck is this? Why is screen time popping up? I don't use screen time, never have. Did I press screen time? I didn't press screen time. Maybe my finger bumped it or something. Now I want to look at something here. Because earlier I was looking at this. Okay, good. Good, okay. I'm going to turn that off. I don't want that on. I turned that off earlier, too. But it just turned itself back on. Okay, so my service is staying good now. Is there any reason why my service should go down to 1 bar whenever it's good and I'm not moving? I'm stationary in one place. Is there any reason why the cellular service should diminish from full bars to 1 bar? I'm curious. I would like to know. I'm open to there being a good explanation for it. Wait a second. That fucking Wi-Fi's off. It was off. How the fuck does it turn back on by itself? Fucking router is in a place where nobody can touch it. How the hell does the Wi-Fi turn back on by itself? Because when I left to take my daughter to work, I turned the wireless off on the other gateway and told her, well, I don't need to turn the router back on right now because while I take you to work, there's no reason anybody would need Wi-Fi right now. There. So apparently my router can turn its Wi-Fi back on and off on its own, I guess. I don't know. Strange. Okay. I turn my gateway back on, but my router's off. Now there should be another network show up here. But it's not, is it? because I have another network on my gateway. It's the same as my wireless router. The SSID is the same, so no matter which device the wireless is on, no matter which device is on, the network will pop up. But it's not popping up now. Interesting. I'll turn it back on. Okay, see, I assumed that. See, I thought that I had a guest network activated on my gateway that was Netgear 26 because whenever I shut the wireless off my router and turn the wireless on my gateway, that's all I did. Never touched it, anything again. These all three came up, okay? Which, obviously, I came to the assumption that Netgear 26, because I did do that at one point, I'm assuming that I had a guest network on my router, or my gateway. But now I realize, no, the router turned the wireless back on all by itself, and that's why it showed up. Because it's in a spot I can't see the lights on it right now. I have it like in a hidden spot where I can turn it off and on, but couldn't see the lights. Which, of course, you can turn the fucking lights on and off too. That don't mean anything. If you get into the admin portal of your router, you can change any of the settings. Now I know that because I have been forced to learn all this about Wi-Fi because of the targeting. Nerve Gorilla, just because I ask certain questions and don't know everything, doesn't mean that I'm an idiot, buddy. I know more than the average person about networking and about Wi-Fi. Way more than the average person. But I'm no expert, I'll tell you that. I understand that there's a lot more to learn. I'm not an expert at all, by any means. But that's what I do. I do experiments, I ask questions. If I don't know something, I make it my mission to find the answer to it. And then when I'm left with nothing else, okay, when you eliminate all the possibilities, what you're left with, by default, has to be the truth. Okay? These are experiments. It's called science, Nerve Gorilla. That's what I do. And it's hard for you to believe this stuff or look into it or see it if you're not targeted. Because like I said, all of the things that they do are designed to be something that can be explained away. So that if you go telling people, they can deny it. They only use tactics that can be explained or erased. I literally have found pictures I took of evidence in my phone in the recently deleted folder. Now, I took them on purpose because I needed that evidence. Why the hell would I delete them right after I took them and then find them in the recently deleted folder? Answer me that one. And this is the things that we talked about in our conversation that he recorded that he won't post. Because he didn't have an explanation for it. So that's why I am doing what I'm doing now, because I came to the realization that Nerve Gorilla is a perp. He's not trying to understand it. He's just trying to discredit TIs. I don't know. I want to know how much he's getting paid. Because guess what? Archibald McLeach. I'm the guy that's not going to let you spread misinformation. That was the description of his Facebook page whenever he tried to contact me on Messenger through the Archibald McLeach fake account that he has. So that's about enough for today. We'll make some other discoveries tomorrow. Peace out.